everyone, and welcome to another segment of AstrologyAnswers.com's weekly forecast. My name is Terrence Gardino. The week begins on Monday, October the 7th, and this is going to be an active week astrologically, but especially as the week ends, because by next Sunday, October the 13th, is a full moon in fiery, assertive Aries. Now, let's start with Monday, October the 7th. Communication Mercury is in opposition to Uranus. Opposition can mean outside influences, external factors. Uranus can be the surprise. We might be getting surprising news, or we might all of a sudden be getting these great insights from hearing what somebody has to say and putting things together and starting to think out of the box. At the same time, the sun, about 4 times a year, is going to form this stressful angle to reality responsible Saturn. So it could be the sun Saturn is triggering a lot of concerns and worries about our security, our finances, which in turn causes us to have to make these sudden decisions. Unless we are hearing of some unexpected events with our finances, our job, our financial obligations, where now we're having to be worried. So I would suggest for Monday, there's a lot of anxiousness, there's a lot of worry. Breathe and I would suggest, if possible, don't make any decisions. Wait till you get you really think about it and maybe get some other opinions from people you trust. By Tuesday, Venus, pleasure-seeking, harmonious Venus, that's been in Libra for the past month, is moving into Scorpio. When Venus was in Libra, there's more of this sociable, fair-minded, it's wanting to more connect socially to others, good for forgiveness, good for starting new relationships. Now that the Venus is going into Scorpio for about a month, Scorpio is much more sensual, passionate. And so if you had met somebody with the Venus in Libra, then this month, starting on Tuesday with the Venus in Scorpio, you are connecting with this person on a much deeper, intimate level. This certainly just overall means that with all kinds of relationships or your interactions with the public, there is an intensity. You know what you want. You're not trying to be a people pleaser and be all things to all people, which was Venus in Libra. Now it's down to, I like you, I don't like you. It's just this intense passion. Now, Wednesday and Thursday, there aren't any significant planetary events other than the moon, which sets the emotional tone for the public, will be in compassionate, sensitive Pisces. But being in Pisces, there's all these planets in Capricorn, and Pisces is positive with Capricorn, and the Mercury is in Scorpio, and the Neptune, or the moon in Pisces, is very favorable with Mercury in Scorpio because they're both water signs. So Wednesday and Thursday, there's a lot of sensitivity, compassion, empathy, great for the imagination. So there's a lot of this activity going on, but it's more of an emotional feeling process. By Friday, now this is interesting, because the moon is what we call void of course. It's changing signs. And when the moon is void of course, it's not making any important aspects to any planets in the chart. or in the sky. So there's not a lot of energy. So in some ways I say, with the moon void, of course, every 2.5 days, sometimes it's for a minute, sometimes it's for an entire day. This moon void, of course, is going to continue until 8:45 p.m. Pacific time in California. So if you are in New York, it's almost close to midnight, and if you're in Europe or the rest of the world, it's into the next day. So one of the things I say about the moon void, of course, stay the course. Continue doing what you're doing, stay with your routine, don't bring anything new into your life, don't make any important new decisions, because there's not enough energy, astrological energy, to really stimulate and allow the energy to keep moving forwards. I mean, you might get excited about some offer, some new idea, but since the moon is void, of course, the energy will just go flat. It won't go anywhere. So it's a good day for meditation, for long walks, reflection, but again, just stay the course. And that's Friday. Anything important's coming up, it's all going to arise over the weekend with the full moon, and then you can get back to business on Monday. Now on Saturday, pleasure-seeking, sociable Venus is going to be in opposition to surprising Uranus. Again, opposition, it can mean a confrontation, but it also often just means external events, external energies are triggering the Venus. So basically all that means is you could meet somebody, or somebody wants to meet you unexpectedly. It could, it's also, you could hear from somebody from your past, or on Facebook, and it may be the past that wants to reconnect, or a new person just walks up to you and wants to connect. But Venus and Uranus on a Saturday night, it's great for having a good time, socializing, going to entertainment events, that's the Venus, social events, or being unexpectedly invited to a romantic dinner. By Sunday, October the 13th, now it's the full moon in Aries. Aries is very fiery and passionate, and the full moon brings to light or conclusion whatever was started on the new moon as we went into October. This full moon is going to be in harmony with Jupiter. So there's going to be a lot of hopefulness. This could be with the Jupiter favorable for travel plans, education, but it's also in a hard angle to transformational Pluto. So there might be some struggling with letting things go, but at the same time, it's like getting all your ducks lined up and knowing exactly what you want, because it's also very favorable with optimistic, expansive Jupiter. So you just might come to the realization, this isn't working out. You tried this for the past couple of weeks, and not interested, not a payoff. But then you're seeing other opportunities, and so maybe you're just, refocusing everything to get more excited about what is working and let go what is not working. This could be relationships. This could be jobs, investments, etc. So, before I sign off, I want to remind you I'm available for the one question offer for a nominal fee. And you can find a direct link to order it in the description box below the video. And as I always say, time of birth is really important. And if you could put your birth information in with your question, it'll just make sure I have everything correct. I want to thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you next week with my next segment. Until then, have a great week.